Hello and welcome to Crane's Corner with this FX update and interest rates also, and a little bit of crypto. This video is for educational purpose only. There's no recommendation or advice whatsoever intended. The FX market has been fairly calm lately, and especially here after Whit Sunday and Whit Monday and Memorial Day in US. But let's recap very quickly. Euro dollar has bounced off a dip below 116. RSI bounced off 3 times from the 40 threshold, and I think we could see a bounce up to maybe even 117, but I'm not quite sure. We have some strong resistance here around the 200 moving average, and also the 100 is coming down there, and we also have the cloud resistance. We are in a bearish trend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So a little bit of a correction here could be seen before the next push lower, if it comes, because on the bigger picture, well, in the bigger picture we are actually range bound, but in an extremely wide range between 114 and 120 ish. Well, it spiked up there, so otherwise it's 119 area. We are above the cloud on the weekly. We are just around the 55 moving average. Positive sentiment on the RSI indicating likely higher levels on the medium to longer term. But for now here, short term, we are actually in a bit of a bearish trend below the cloud. Just need confirmation. If it closes below 40 threshold, then we could see a push below 115 to 114. But let's see. We are not just there yet. The sterling dollar got rejected at 61.8 retracement we talked about yesterday, knocked back down here to just above the cloud and the 55 and 200 moving average, and it's mounting now again. It needs to break out basically of, and let's just add that horizontal line there, either break bullish out of 135.10, where it just spiked above, or back below possibly 134.10, but I think we need to look at the breakout of this area here around 133.75. That could be the range. The moving averages are flat, so they don't give us much, just a slightly underlying positive trend here, or sentiment after being above the cloud, but not really convincing, to be honest. The euro sterling still trading in this descending triangle-like pattern here. 86 is key support area, but lower peaks indicating possibly break lower. But again, we can also sometimes see it as a break higher, but then it needs to take out the falling trend line to begin with, and actually earlier than that, a break above the cloud and the moving averages such as the 55 and 100 are a minimum requirement. That could be the early warning. Dollar yen, well, trying to crawl to the 159.50, 786 retracement there, but there, I think there is a little bit cautiousness in the market, given the fact that the Bank of Japan has recently been intervening a couple of times here. First this one and then the second one, so they could do it again. Maybe there's a little bit of fear there, so market is not that convinced there. Also RSI just below 60 threshold. I think it will be rejected there, sit back a bit, and also be rejected there, but that will be key to watch the next few days. It seems like the market is really testing Bank of Japan. Will you intervene, guys, or not? The euro sterling currently crawling above a resistance here at 185.45, and I think we could see a push up to the 786 retracement there at 186.35.40. If it can keep up with this push there, and I think it will do so. Key will then be, will RSI be rejected at 60 threshold or not? But the push up there seems to be in the cards. That's moving on to Aussie yen, rejected at the 786 retracement of that last little dip down there. Key strong resistance here around 114.75. If it takes out that, well, then we are looking at 116, possibly higher. We are in a bullish trend, although it's pausing with the key resistance up there, as long as we stay above 112.60 on the Aussie yen here. The sterling yen hovering around the 61.8 retracement at 214 and a quarter. I actually pushed above on the 25th. Dip a little bit back, trying to get back. I think we'll see that also to the 786 retracement, 215 and a quarter in the coming days. We're above the cloud, above all moving averages. I just need the RSI back above 60 threshold, and that could be the outcome of the current days of event. Aussie dollar, let's resize that a little bit. Rejected there at the 50% retracement of this sell-off down here. That is key to break above, and I would say if I can take out the spike on the 25th of May at 71.82, so 71.85, always add a little bit, then I think we could see a push up to 786 retracement at around 72.30. Still positive sentiment on the RSI, but the RSI is currently in a kind of a neutral position, so we are still in this range here. Setting back a little bit, but I think keep an eye on the next push that could take it to that 72.30. Dollar Canada, well, dollar Canada, oops, sorry about that. Trying to once again pushing higher, and I think it will do so. 786 retracement at 138.77, so that around that level, I think we'll see it push there. 55 moving average rising, we're above the cloud. Positive sentiment on the RSI is indicating higher levels, so we are likely to see that push despite the fact we have the 200 moving average. That's really wants to keep it down, but I think we'll see that push up there. Euro Swiss francs bouncing after this move here yesterday, 26th of May. Bullish engulfing like pattern. We are in the cloud, but I think we could bounce further to 91.60, possibly up to 92. And if it moves back above the cloud again here, well, then there is potential higher. First of all, we have the falling trend line there. We have the 786 retracement. That will be just around the 200 moving average that is coming down here in a couple of days. Then it will be around the 92.30 area where there's some resistance. RSI is still negative sentiment, so the downtrend is still intact, but there are some signs that it could turn around. We also have the 55 actually moving up, so I don't think we'll get higher up than here. If we will even get up to the 92, that will be key towards next few days and next week or so. The dollar Swiss bounced from just above the 61.8 retracement. Excuse me. But it is in a bearish trend, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. If it takes out the lows from the past few days, expect a push down to around 77.5 area, but could bounce a little bit though further. The dollar index never really properly closed the gap there, sitting back now at the lower end of the gap area, and could slide lower here. So that will be key towards, it really needs to close above, the dollar index needs to close above 99.48 to really establish and further confirm the bullish trend with a push up to 100 and 100.5 area. So let's see if it slides back here. It's a little bit of a limbo at the moment. Also RSI positive, but it's not that convincing. The same with the moving average, despite the fact we are above the cloud. So it's a little bit uncertain. The interest rates, and that also is governing the quite a bit of the FX markets, at least longer term. We have the US 10-year Treasury yield currently testing support at 4.48, could dip to 4.45, and what will then happen, that will be anyone's guess. It could even dip down to 4.40. I'm not quite sure we'll do that. We are in a bullish trend. Also in the medium term, you see high, low, highs. And it's been testing and spiking above the falling trend line there in this triangle-like pattern. So will it push higher? Keep an eye on. If it starts turning around, then we could see next push higher. There's no divergence on the RSI indicating likely higher levels. We have the EU10 that I think will be bouncing from the support here 292, 293 up to around 3+ % again. If it does close the gap, then it can crawl back higher. RSI bouncing from the 40 threshold, indicating we could see a bounce in the next week or so. The UK 10 after breaking the rising trend line there, hovering around the 61.8 retracement of that move. Could dip to the 479, which is the 786 retracement. Then I think we'll see a bounce coming in. Also, we have the RSI that could bounce off the 40 threshold. I think that will be what we will be seeing. The Japanese 10 still in a correction phase, could dip lower to 264, maybe even down to 260. I'm not quite sure we get all the way down there, but we are in a bullish trend. No divergence on the RSI, indicating likely higher levels for the Japanese 10-year treasury yields. The Bitcoin on the crypto side, yes, it bounced off just above the key support there at 73,777, but hasn't really gained some traction, which is quite interesting when you see that the stock market, and they have correlated somewhat, but not that much really lately. They are going higher and always going ballistic now. The Bitcoin hasn't really followed through, so we are still in the really depressed here. It needs to take out 78,000, then I think we will see push higher towards the previous peaks there and 82 plus. The Ethereum still also depressed here, sideways trading just above 2,000, which will be key the next coming days towards will it actually slide lower or what will it do. Seems like market or participants, the world is losing a little bit interest in Bitcoin. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day and keep chatting out there.